Hey, what's up, everyone? Aaron Thomas with Excellence Above Talent. Uh, this message is towards men, talking to men about kind of what's going on with, getting laid off, fired, not being able to, bring in the money per se or provide for the family like you want to. These are the times where guys get frustrated and upset and they hold on to that pain, that frustration, that hurt, and they lash out towards family, kids. And I want to prevent that because I'm not sure how long this is going to last. Are we going to be like Italy where we're under complete lockdown, or will we still have some movement to still work from home and things of that nature? So there are a lot of men who really haven't spent quality time at their house, and they don't know what that looks like, right? And in times like this, violence is there's an uptick in violence towards wife and kids, and I really want to prevent that because just because you're struggling and going through things, your wife and kids shouldn't have to also be put into those circumstances and situations where they're being hurt because you're hurt. So there, there's kind of 4 tips I want to go over and say, like, hey, if you're feeling some type of way, if you're feeling angry, frustrated, hurt, upset, you have that feeling in your gut, your mind's telling you this is what I want to do and say. There are some things that can help you out. One thing is know your triggers. There is a trigger that I sometimes have with my wife. It is the way she chews. I know it's crazy, but sometimes when she's chewing, it just sounds extremely loud to me. And I start to feel it first in my gut of like, if she don't chew softer, right? But it's just her chewing. It has nothing to do with her. It's all with me. And so that feeling in my gut arises and it comes to my chest. And now I'm eating and I'm like angry and frustrated because like she's chewing and having a good old time. And she doesn't know anything as far as like, me being angry. And then when she asked me a question, I kind of snap. And then she's like, well, what did she do? And she didn't do anything. It's just that I didn't pay attention to, that trigger. So pay attention to those triggers because they're there to tell you like, hey, I'm getting upset. Why am I getting upset? And is it worth getting upset about? And if it's not, you tell that thought to like, you gotta leave my head because you're not gonna help me out in this situation, right? And so understanding your triggers can help out when wanting to lash out towards other people. The other thing is sometimes, you already had a problem going into the relationship or going into like this potential quarantine situation. And if you've already had the problems and now you have to like look at each other for a couple of days or weeks, that could be an issue. So you try to find a problem. What is it that you feel is causing you and your spouse to have issues? And sometimes when we're looking for that problem, we find out that we are the problem. It sucks, but if you're the problem, then you have to be accountable for you being the problem and start making those changes to strengthen that relationship that you have with your spouse, right? The third thing is, if you're looking in a mirror and you don't like the person that you see, that is a big issue because that has nothing to do with your wife or kids. That's a 100% your issue. And so if you don't like the person you're seeing in the mirror, find out what you don't like about that person and fix it. With the help of your wife and kids, if you're open and vulnerable and letting them know like, hey, this is kind of things that I'm working on, that also helps. You learning and knowing more about yourself, then you don't lash out because you don't lash out towards your wife and kids because you're frustrated about something that internally you're dealing with. The fourth thing is listen. Listen to not be right or wrong. Listen to understand so that she could be understood. Like I feel like in conversations and relationships, we're always trying to prove one person wrong and trying to prove us right. It's all an opinion. Majority of the time, it's all an opinion. And so I don't have to be right or wrong. I just want to be understood. And she wants to be understood, and we can go about our business. But if you're trying to make her wrong and you right, then you're going to pull out all the stops to be right. You're going to bring up the past. You're going to bring up, what she did in the past. You're going to bring up how you think she's mothering. You're going to bring up that time she burnt, the food. You're going to bring up a lot of stuff that is unnecessary because you want to hurt her. And I think a lot of times in this situation, you're not right or wrong. It's who can hurt the other person the most is the winner. And so now the conversation that you're having, you don't even know why you're having it, or that if it doesn't even matter anymore, because now you're trying to hurt each other and make each other feel some type of way. So listen, listen to her, listen to what she is trying to say. It's not nagging. A lot of guys, when we get together, oh, my wife, she's nagging me. No, bro, she's just talking. She's talking to you. You might not want to hear what she has to say because it might be, the truth, and you might not want to hear the truth. And so you make that assumption that she is nagging, and now you discredit everything that she's trying to tell you. And so just listen, because I feel like listening to be understood and to understand will help a lot of relationships out. And then the last thing is spend quality time. Get off the phones, read a book together, play Monopoly. I suck at Monopoly. My wife always beats me in Monopoly. Low key, I always quit early. Like when I feel like I'm losing, I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to, play this game. But spend quality time with each other. Watch this TV show. The more you get to know each other, the more closer y'all can become, or the further away y'all can become. I don't know. Depends. Like if you spend quality time with someone and you realize like I really don't like this person, that could also be good too. You can, make the steps to get away from the relationship. Or if you spend quality time and it makes it closer, then that's also a beautiful thing. So in this time of uncertainty, not knowing what's really going on, I want my men to know and understand that, you're not alone in this fight, and you shouldn't take out your anger and frustration and pain on your wife and kids because they don't deserve that. They don't deserve that. And so I really want y'all to just, pay attention to your feelings, your emotions, and how you're feeling, and then try to see ways to, calm yourself down and move forward to strengthen your family. Another thing, in this time of uncertainty, if you feel the need to put a gun to your head, if you feel the need to grab a rope and hang yourself, before you do, understand that there are people out there that love you. There are people out there that care about you, and they want to see you live your best life. So before you do anything, you can give me a call. There is a national hotline. I'll put that in a link. that you can call. You know, call your friends and family and say like, hey, this is what I'm going through. Don't let that be your last result. Like, don't give up. Like, people care about you and they want to see you live your best life. So please don't give up. All right. So if anyone hasn't told you that they love you today, let me be the first to say I love you. You are amazing. You are enough. You deserve the best in this world. You deserve the best this world has to offer. And I believe in you. All right. Y'all have a good day. Bye-bye.